way toward the old ruins.
He almost knocked me over. How rude.
He attacked this legionnaire and ran into the ruins of the old city.
Right, let's chat. Do you make it a habit to read other people's mail? That letter is personal and private, full of sensitive information. Well, aren't you a fast reader? If you chased after me because of something Council Van Dacia told you, well, he lied. If the Dark Brotherhood sets out to kill you, you're dead. We don't make mistakes. We don't fail. Not ever. I haven't killed anyone. Not recently, anyway. And if you're talking about our calling card, anyone can dip their palm in black ink and slap it on a sheet of parchment. Look, we received no contracts. I'm here on different business entirely. Good question. If you figure it out, let me know. I certainly owe someone for the bruises the Councilor's guards gave me. Now, as much fun as this has been, I really do need to get back to my daring escape. Best of luck with your mystery. Tempting, but no. I detest so-called places of justice.
So, the mercenary from Leowin has returned. Tell me, were you able to capture the assassin? Allow me to peruse the document, if you will. Proof positive that the Dark Brotherhood is in Blackwood. We must find this sanctuary and destroy it. What did you expect? Such lies fall from his lips like rain from the sky on a stormy day. Villains never freely admit their guilt. The evidence is right here in this letter. Meet me and Leowin, and we'll share this information with Leviticus. What? Oh!
if your mom...
Again?
The Dark Brotherhood. They must be driven out of Blackwood.
I still can't figure out why they would be targeting us, Vandacia.
Eliminate the threat first. Then we can seek answers.
All of the remaining counselors in Blackwood are gathered here in the castle. Valeria, Vandacia, and myself. Yes, I remember reports of their presence early in Morikar's reign, but they were driven out. The assassins must see this as the perfect opportunity to reclaim their base, but what does that have to do with Leovic's secret and the ambitions? Vandacia, Valeria, and I were just discussing that. We think Leovic had each of the counselors unknowingly working on a different aspect of the Ambitions project. They each had access to a piece of the puzzle, but no one but Leovic knew everything. That's our prevailing theory. If the counselors ever came together to compare notes, the truth of the Ambitions would be revealed. To stop that from happening, the Dark Brotherhood was sent to kill my colleagues. Indeed. Very curious. Still, I'm hesitant to take the word of an admitted killer at face value. Not with so much at stake. Regardless, their very presence still poses a threat to all of Blackwood. The sanctuary cannot be allowed to reopen. Jirix and Sophis' documents contain information written in Imperial code. I sent for the scribe Aragon, but he has yet to arrive. Until then, the counselors will remain safe within these walls. Whatever the truth behind the murders of my fellow counselors, we can't allow the Dark Brotherhood to gain a foothold in Blackwood. I'd like you and Evely to go to Bloodrun Cave to ascertain the situation there. Talk to Evely and make your plans. Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood. No, better to send you and Evely to investigate the situation. Then we can determine if a more forceful response is warranted.
Hey, partner! Over here! All right, you heard Leviticus. Time to get back to work. Yeah, these are definitely orders. It mentions Blood Run Cave. That's northeast of Leowyn, toward the edge of Blackwood territory. Well, as the spinners always say, the best way to find out what's happening in the clearing is to step into it. Of course it does. Nothing has been easy since I found that strange book and started chasing down Leovik's secret. Well, the counselor should be safe, so meet me at Blood Run Cave. We need to determine if the Dark Brotherhood is behind the murders or not. Either way, that sanctuary is a threat to Blackwood. I just hope I don't have another one of those waking visions. Remember back at Fort Blueblood when we found the murdered servant? I had a vision of a shadowy figure. It was a robed and hooded cultist. Order of the Waking Flame, I think. It was brief and powerful, over in a moment, but the figure felt... What else could it be? The book seems very old and it's written in a language we can't read. Just carrying it around, it feels heavy, oppressive, like a burden I didn't know I had. But Lupus sent me to find it. It must be important. I don't know. I'm an archer, not a Daedric scholar or anything. I don't think I should let the Order of the Waking Flame get their hands on it, though. I may be one of... No, but that last vision I had was clearly a warning about the cult leader, whoever they are. They're powerful and evil. So... I'll meet you at Blood Run Cave.
You made the right call, Leviticus. We won't be safe until the Dark Brotherhood is driven out of Blackwood.
Should have bought more of those tonics at high offer selling.
uncertainty, fear, death. The will of Sithis cannot be ignored. You look quite capable. Might I be able to recruit you to help me? This place was once an honorable tomb for fallen members of the Dark Brotherhood. But now it houses a perversion of death. The cycle, which devours all, has been corrupted here. I belong to the clutch of Niswo. I came to this place to perform last rites for 3 well-respected shadow scales entombed here. But I was chased out by a necromancer called Tuma Mazath, who seeks to disturb their remains for selfish purposes. Yes, when I arrived here, he had already raised many shadow scale bodies to fight for him. In order to spare the 3 I came to perform last rites upon from this fate, I must destroy their skeletons. Will you help? I can pay you for your services. The remains of these renowned shadow scales deserve the peaceful emptiness of the void. Destruction must pass before creation and change can begin anew. Hurry. We must find the remains inside the cave and destroy them. While it is true that the souls of these shadow scales returned to the Hist long ago, their remains still deserve peace. Their bones need not become puppets to a madman drunk on power. Burning them, they were closer to Sithis than most, each powerful in their own right. We have also been... Each Niswo is different. I choose to honor Sithis by ensuring that the unavoidable truth... While it is true that the souls of these shadow scales returned to the Hist long ago, their remains still deserve peace. Their bones need not become puppets to a man. They were closer to Sithis than most, each powerful in their own right, buried here to honor their path in life. Which is why I came here to begin with. But when we have also been... While it is true, they were closer. We have also... While it is true... Time is a force of change. We should hurry.
Glad you made it. I wasn't looking forward to going much deeper without you. So this is Blood Run Cave, huh? Creepy. You go on ahead. I'll follow behind you. Make sure nothing tries to ambush us. I'll catch up farther in. Check the letter you found. It said something about a door located deeper inside the cave. And there was a strange line about death being the key, whatever that means. Go on. I'll follow along shortly.
Tuma Mazath already uncovered the remains. Quickly, destroy them. The peace of destruction. Tuma Mazath will not have these remains. All that is created must eventually be destroyed, and then renewed. The cycle is unbroken.
Is huge! No sign of the Dark Brotherhood. Just a lot of creepy undead. Let's keep going.
The skull of this shadow scale is missing. I think I know why. May these bones find the emptiness of the void. We success a shadow. If I am nuts. A ritual of skull must be here somewhere. Shay's skull. It is done. Praise Sithis the Changer.
This looks promising. Let's talk. That creepy black door. That's gotta be the entrance to the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. I doubt it's as simple as turning a knob, because that door doesn't have one. Let me see that letter you found again. Wasn't this? Gutted, untold danger, long trek, clear out. Ah! I don't know. Maybe it's a passphrase? I've read about things like that in some of my mystery novels. Go knock on the door or something and see what happens. Go ahead. See if that passphrase opens the creepy black door.
Is the sound that fills the unending silence. Enter and be tested.
Still looking for your murderer? Well, you've come to the wrong place, my friends.
We found the black hands beside every body.
Must I say it again? You've been duped, and the Dark Brotherhood has been set up to take the blame. Haven't we had this conversation already? The Dark Brotherhood didn't murder those counselors. I have no quarrel with you, and you none with me. Now turn around and leave before you force me to do something you will definitely regret. Oh, Leowyn demands, does it? Very well. This sanctuary belongs to the Dark Brotherhood. It has for a very long time. I have been given the joyous task of reopening it. I assure you, we're a business. We have no designs on Leowyn or the counselors. Obviously some enemy of the counselors who wants to confuse you, throw suspicion on the Dark Brotherhood, keep you chasing after shadows while they accomplish whatever it is they hope to do. Perhaps we can work together to... What? Now what? Cultists, portaling in. Quickly, secure the sanctuary.
That's the Order of the Waking Flame. What are they doing here? Come on, we need to figure out what's going on. This can't be a coincidence. Did the Waking Flame cultists follow us here? The Waking Flame is definitely trying to occupy this sanctuary. But why?
Fall back! Close the portals! Warn the High Priest!
Oh, I think not. All right. What were we discussing before they so rudely interrupted us?
Those cultists that attacked...
Fall back! Close the portals!
Oh, I think not. All right. What were we discussing before they so rude? I assume this will satisfy your masters in Leowyn. The Dark Brotherhood is not your enemy. The Order of the Waking Flame invaded our sanctuary and killed my brothers and sisters. I can't let them get away with that. Seems to me the cultists didn't want you talking to me. Didn't want you hearing me tell you for the 100th time that the Dark Brotherhood didn't kill those counselors. If you ask me, those are your murderers. The Order of the Waking Flame. Opportunity and motive. Look, I don't know what that may be, and I don't want to know. But I do want to step through this portal and stick my dagger in their High Priest's throat. Care to come along? Good. Now you'll see how a Dark Brotherhood assassin deals with unsanctioned targets. And please notice that I won't be dropping any notes or leaflets along the way.
Stay with the assassin. I'll inform Captain Rianne and Counselor Leviticus about the cultists.
Alien ruin. Not the worst place for a Daedric cult to hide out. Let's look around. Oh, looks like I'm not the only one who leaves important papers lying about. Give that a read, why don't you? Their High Priest actually ordered them to kill us! That amulet looks important. Better hang on to that. This definitely... Close approximation of our calling card, but that entire pile is obviously a forgery. So the Order of the Waking Flame killed your counselors and placed the blame on the Dark Brotherhood. Then their High Priest sent his followers to kill us. All this fuss and bother over an old Imperial secret? Let's review what we learned. The High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame sent cultists to the Sanctuary to eliminate both my Dark Brotherhood assassins, and you, and the Wood Elf. Obviously the cult has someone watching you. They knew exactly when to attack, certain we'd all be in the Sanctuary. Plus, they were after some cache hidden there. So who are they? Let's see if something deeper inside this ruin points us to the identity of the cult's High Priest. Figure out who they are, and you may learn more about this secret than you ever imagined. Oh, and you still have that amulet. It might come in handy. Because I owe them for besmirching the good reputation of the Dark Brotherhood and for ordering the deaths of my brothers and sisters. And because now, I'm curious. It's like an itch that needs to be scratched. No. The Order suggested it was placed in the Sanctuary after we abandoned it the first time. We hadn't finished reopening the place, and I hadn't run across any hidden caches. Another mystery, I suppose. Let's keep looking. This door looks impressive. Let's see what's on the other side.
Destroy!
Over here. Voices.
We failed to kill all the assassins, and the Wood Elf and the mercenary are still alive.
Yes. The High Priest isn't going to be happy about that, but we retrieved the cache hidden in the old sanctuary.
With the contents of the cache, the High Priest should be able to determine where to find the first ambition.
Agreed. And we will soon have the location of another one of the ambitions. As just another Imperial counselor, the High Priest has them all fooled.
Now that's something new. What do you think? Sometimes listening provides the answers we seek. It seems their High Priest is actually one of your counselors. That explains how they knew your movements. And they found whatever they were looking for in the sanctuary. I'd rather not know any more about this damn secret. It's cursed. But did you see how they opened that portal? They used their amulet on the pedestal. You still have the one we found. Let's find another pedestal and see if we can follow them.
This one honors our lord.
Keep looking. We need to find a pedestal like the one those cultists used. That pedestal looks promising. Let's talk before you try to open a portal. This may work. It may not. We may open a portal that takes us to the cult. It looked to me like the cultists used their amulet on the pedestal and opened a portal. Examine the pedestal and see if there's a place to fit the amulet. These Dagonist fools think they've gotten the better of us. Let's prove them. Well, we have a portal. Now to find out if leaping into it turns out to be a good or bad idea.
I told you we were being followed, Acolyte. That shows them the true power of the waking flame.
Vandacia is the Order's High Priest. I knew I disliked the man the moment he had me beaten. We're too late. The location of the ambition was sent to the High Priest. What was that about a... So, now I know who needs to die for this grave insult to the Dark Brotherhood. Counselor Vandacia, the High Priest of the Waking Flame. But what do you make of that journal entry about the first ambition and an attack on Leeuwin Castle? They got what they were after, and now they're sending their forces to kill the rest of the councillors. With the other councillors dead, Vandacia will be the only person who knows the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. And Vandacia will do everything in his power to get his hands on those documents. I suppose your course is clear. You need to return to Leeuwin Castle as quick as you can. I'm going to stick around and deal with a few more of these Waking Flame cultists. I still have a little anger to work off after that attack on my sanctuary. I'm an assassin, not a soldier. I've done my part. Now go do yours. When I'm finished here, if Vandacia is still alive, well, then we'll see what we shall see. That portal should take you back toward the exit, or to some terrible plane of oblivion. One or the other.
Ugh, my...
Morality is a fool's game.
I've lived in solitude my entire... I hope you're enjoying.
Fantastic. Something blocking my view.
Help me get back on my feet. talking to me? It's not that much to ask.
Get those doors open. We need to get to the counselors.
They're barred from the other side.
Mercenary, you've returned. Everly's attempting to breach the barracks. Go! The Waking Flame cultists created a distraction. And like raw recruits, both Everly and I fell for it. As soon as we left the castle, they swarmed the place and barricaded themselves inside. I'm not sure. By the time we realized the distraction was nothing more than a ruse, the cultists had locked us out. If the cultists harm Leviticus, Vandacia, and the others, I won't rest until they pay. What? Are you certain? Vandacia has served Blackwood and the Empire before that for more than 50 years. Enough. We need to get inside. Then we can determine the truth of all this. Find Everly by the barracks and assist her.
Steady. Wait for it. Now we can go in. Let's... Oh, you're here. Oh, thank Ifra you're back. Captain Rian and I... They tricked us. Lured us out of the castle. Now the place is locked down and I don't know if any of the counselors are still alive. Vandacia! That traitor! He tricked us, lied to us, had his own colleagues murdered, and all to get his hands on a few Daedric weapons? But Lyrinth, the Dremora, she told me that the fate of the world was at stake. We need to reach the counselors. Yes, the barracks connect to the rest of the castle. Since I dispatched the cultist guards, we can get to the counselors and the legates this way. Let's go, but stay alert. We're not sure how many of those cracked acorns are waiting for us in there. need to reach the counselors. I can't believe Vandacia fooled us. Or that he's in charge of these fanatics.
I go to the embrace of the night.
Try to dodge these war kisses! Mark.
Vandacia, how could you?
Valeria, with everything at stake, how could I not?
Counselor Valeria, no! Aragon? When did you get here?
I came as soon as word arrived from Councillor Leviticus. I was with him when the cultist attacked, but we got separated.
We have to find Leviticus. Come with us, brother. We need to stick together. What do you think of these acorns? arrows on the likes of you. Wasting expensive arrows on the likes of you. Counselor Valeria. She's dead. We have to keep looking for Leviticus. Eat arrows, you rotters!
I knew things were tense, but I didn't think a war would break out the moment. And you as well. I arrived as quickly as I could, but...
Vandacia, you traitor.
I will finish what the Longhouse Emperor started, Leviticus.
Come on.
I will set loose the power of the four ambitions. Lord Dagon, hear your high priest. Send forth a champion to destroy these meddlers.
Berries, death to the mortals.
Don't worry about me. Deal with that creature.
What do you think of these acorns?
Counselor Leviticus, you're alive! Let me get you out of here and somewhere safe.
Vandacia. Bastard fooled us all.
Friend of my sister. Come, speak with me. Now that we're out of immediate danger, I will say it is good to see you again. I only wish it was under better circumstances. I have good news, however. I deciphered the code in the documents you recovered. I'm not sure. I only translated a small bit of the code before the assault began. It mentioned a vault to protect them, which I assume to mean the ambitions. It's hidden in the Ogel Bok, but I'm not familiar with the term. Argonian, perhaps? It sounds like it, but I'm not sure. I haven't reported to Councillor Lovidicus yet. Since it looks like he wants to talk to you now, please inform him of my findings. And tell him I apologize I wasn't able to decipher any more. Let Councillor Lovidicus know what I decide. And you as well, my...
Vandacia will pay.
Vandacia? A high priest of Mehrunes Dagon? Has he been a... Yes, of course. The Sanctuary. I suppose this proves the Dark Brotherhood wasn't involved in the plot to murder us. What else did you uncover while you were away? It's worse than that. Vandacia wrestled the documents you acquired from the other counselors away from the scribe. Once he translates them, he may know the location of all 4 of the ambitions. Ojel Bak. I've heard that term. It's Argonian. I believe it refers to a natural formation deep in the Blackwood Marsh. But Vandacia was more familiar with that region than I. If the term leads us to the vault, so be it. All we can do is follow the clues we've been given. Talk to Keshu the Blackfin. If anyone can help us navigate the wilds of Blackwood, it's Governor Keshu.
I can't believe Vandacia is a traitor and a cult leader. And he killed Valeria. Almost killed Leviticus. He's been ahead of us the entire time. We can't let him get to the ambitions. We just can't. All right, we have a plan. In the meantime, we saved Councillor Leviticus, cleared the Dark Brotherhood of the murders, and determined Vandacia is the traitor and leader of the cult. You did good, my friend. Here, your share of our compensation. So, the information from the former councillors points to an Argonian location. Someplace called the Ojel Bok. Vandacia ran off with the documents before we could learn more. Now we need to figure out what it means before his cultists beat us to it. No, but Councillor Leviticus has heard the term. Says it's a landmark in the Solzan territory. The document suggested it's a site connected to the 4 ambitions. Maybe where the weapons are stored? We need to consult with an expert on that region. Governor Keshu of Gideon. Councillor Leviticus says she knows the swamps and bogs of Blackmarsh like the back of her hand. So, can I count on you? Will you come with me to Gideon to talk to Keshu the Blackfin? We'll meet up in Gideon. We can talk to Governor Keshu there. She has to know about this Ojel Bok thing. She has to. Now that you mention it, very much so. He was a member of the Elder Council. His name was on the list of people that knew Leovic's secret. I thought I was supposed to protect him, keep him safe from the murderer. But after he killed Valeria and grabbed the coded documents, he ran. He could be anywhere. He's had decades to establish the waking...
thought you'd let me. I'd pick your pockets in a heartbeat.
What do you want? Well?
The shadow scales' remains are destroyed, and we are triumphant. Thank you, valiant traveler. I could not have finished this task without your help. Indeed, your actions ensured those remains can no longer be exploited. I am sure were their spirits still present, they would thank you for your efforts. Allow me to extend a more tangible gratitude here for your help. Before we part, allow me to offer you some wisdom. Remember, as you journey through life, all things must pass in order to begin again. Knowing this simple fact eases pain and suffering. Learn to let go, and what was lost will be reborn. I will carry on, as is my purpose as a Niswo. I cannot say for sure where this responsibility will take me next, but change is the only thing that is guaranteed. Whatever path I walk next will be different from the one I walk now. And to you as well. I cannot say where my responsibilities will take me, but I do hope that one day they bring me to you again. It has been a great pleasure. Sithis the Changer is honored today, and the cycle continues.
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Are you following me? Do I need to scream?
Vondacia, a cultist. Gideon will help in any way we can.
Thank you, Governor. Ah, here's my partner now.
Counselor Vondacia, a traitor and a Daedric cultist. I can't believe he had us all fooled for so many years. But that's a matter for another time. Evely tells me you have a lead for finding these so-called ambitions. Counselor Leviticus was right to send you to me. In Argonian, Ogel Bach roughly translates as Pit of the Outsider. There is a natural formation to the south that bears the name. Unfortunately, it lies in territory claimed by the Sulzan tribe. The Sulzan are a savage people, Nagas, who revere the forces of death and chaos. You must traverse their land to reach the Pit of the Outsider. The Nagas recognize no authority other than themselves and their leaders. They do not welcome visitors. South of Stone Wastes, in the heart of Sulzan territory, I suggest caution and stealth. Try to avoid starting a war with the tribe if you can at all help it. Bring whatever you find back here. Gideon will keep it safe, I assure you. Ogel Bach, the Pit of the Outsider. It's a natural formation located south of Stone Wastes. Just proceed carefully, as it lies in the heart of Sulzan territory. I suggest you meet Evely on the outskirts of their territory and go from there. After many years of fighting, including my time... No, Blackwood, and no. He served the Longhouse in only what young... The Sulzan are brutal. They sacrifice... After many... No, Black... Forgive me if this sounds like bragging. I was raised in a tiny village far to the south, but I was never satisfied with provincial life. I longed to learn about the ancient Argonians, to bring some of that civilization back to my people. You must have seen the stone structures in the swamp, the Zanmirs. In the ancient past, my people created great wonders, a great civilization. Then, for some reason, they abandoned it for a simpler, less complicated life. My explorations showed me the plight of my people. I fought dark elf slavers, raised the Blackfin League. After many...
One taste and you'll never want to eat anything else.
Is there something you wanted? I can't seem to get ahead here. Do you need something? Ready to make our way into hostile territory? We need to find this pit of the outsider, see if the vault... Well, you heard Governor Keshu. This is Sulzon territory. We want to avoid contact with this hostile tribe of Argonians if at all possible, but we need to reach the pit of the outsider. Another waking vision. Happened when I got here. I think that strange book is trying to tell me something. I saw these weird cubes with symbols on them. Symbols like the ones in the book I'm carrying. I'm not sure. I want to find the vault. With any luck, we're way ahead of Vandacia and his cultists. Maybe we can get in, grab the weapons, and get back to Gideon before anyone even notices that we're around. Are you ready? Remember to avoid the Sulzon, but keep an eye out for the Waking Flame cultists. They've got to be somewhere. Just what you'd expect, I imagine. They are bloodthirsty savages who revere death. It's possible, I guess, but we haven't seen any evidence of that up to this point. Look, we won't find out any more if we just stand here and talk about it. They've got to be somewhere. Besides, we don't know exactly what Vandacia learned when he killed the counselors, or what he got out of the documents he stole from Leowin. Just what you'd expect, I imagine. They are bloodthirsty savages who... It's possible. They've got to be somewhere. Hey, that shouldn't be there.
Ah, little mortals. Come speak to me. There you are, little mortal. It seems we once again find ourselves on the trail of the same mystery. I expect we can aid one another in the events that are about to unfold. Since we last met, I have been watching the activities of the Order of the Waking Flame. I followed a couple of their scouts to this location and discovered this charming Daedric vault. I believe the ambitions that you seek are locked inside. Unfortunately, the vault is warded like the Imperial annexes. Wards designed to repel Daedra, including me. Remove the wards and open the way, and we will both have our curiosity satisfied. Oh, and about that strange book that the elf carries. When the wood elf and I crossed paths when she first learned of Leovik's secret, I sensed something unusual about her. It's the book she carries. It's an ancient and powerful tome of questionable origin. I believe the book to be the Mysterium Xarxis, a tome penned by Mehrunes Dagon himself. Or so they say. Whatever the truth of its origins, the tome is both powerful and dangerous. Evely must place it on the lectern to disable the wards. I dealt with one of the scouts. She will not bother anyone again. The other may have slipped away while I was studying the vault's exterior. So I suggest you pick up the pace. The cultists could return in force at any moment. Remember, while the wards are in place, none of us can enter the vault. Use the book the wood elf carries to disable them and open the way. Once the wards are down, I shall meet you inside. Now hurry! The waking flame could arrive at any moment. You cannot see it. The exquisite workmanship. The otherworldly crafting. This vault was not forged by mortal hands. In fact, I believe it was constructed in the lava crucibles of the Deadlands. It was definitely built to contain something powerful. Curiosity, little mortal. How else am I to fill the endless days of immortality? I collect secrets, and I long to learn the truth of the Longhouse Emperors and their mysterious bargain with the Prince of Destruction. Now, go deal with those wards. Need is such a specific word. I do not need anything, little mortal. I am quite content to find a new distraction and leave your pitiful world to the Prince of Destruction. However, if you do decide to open the vault, I shall aid you as I can. The wards not only serve as powerful locks, they are designed to specifically keep Daedric entities such as myself from passing through them. While merely an annoyance for a mortal, to me, the wards are deadly. Enough. The Daedric Vault awaits. Dagonists and Dremora familiar with such things say it was scribed in the deserts of the Deadlands. I did some research after I sensed the Wood Elf had it. An artifact of great and evil power. That I do not know. Artifacts related to Daedric princes often possess a corrupting influence. At the least, she will probably feel a sense of discomfort if she hasn't experienced it already. She should guard it. You cannot see it. The exquisite workmanship. The otherworldly crafting. This vault was not forged by mortal hands. In fact, I believe it was constructed in the lava crucibles of the Deadlands. It was definitely built to contain something powerful. Curiosity, little mortal.
All right, I'm placing the book as Lyrinth suggested. You check out those cubes. Hey, that did something! Keep going! I think you did it! Let's check the door.
Well done, little mortal.
Look at this place.
Now I must explore.
We open the door and Lyrinth just rushes ahead without us? Figures. Well, I guess we should start looking around too. It all comes back to Emperor Leovic's secret. How he hid the 4 ambitions before Varen reached Imperial City and killed him. We don't know exactly what these 4 ambitions are, but the documents indicated they're Daedric weapons of some sort. Yup, and Lyrinth thinks they could arrive here at any moment. Let's look around. Oh hey, one more thing. The book sort of started to tingle the moment we entered the vault. Just thought you should know. The Mysterium what now? Never mind. I can worry about that later. Right now, we have a job to do. I want to find out what's so important that Leovic had to stick it in a warded and sealed Daedric vault. I suppose the book started this whole quest. I found it in the Longhouse Emperor's old retreat. It's full of Daedric symbols and strange markings. Carrying it around, it feels like a burden. Heavy. It feels like anticipation. Like the book wants to be here or something. Look, I've had some dark dreams since I found the book and those waking visions. But this is the first time... I don't know, like it wants something? Like I didn't have nightmares before I knew that. It's not talking to me, not with words. But I can feel it, like it's waking up. And while I've had similar sensations since I found it, the tingling really became intense when we entered this place. Hey! What happened to the vault? Uh-oh. Another warded door ahead of us. There's another ward on the door ahead. Ready to see if we can open it? Only one way to find out. I'll place the book on the lectern. Then we'll see what happens. Then here we go. The book is really tingling. Get ready to turn the cubes after I place it on the lectern. The book. It's almost as though it wants to help us open the door. Did something? Keep going! You matched the second symbol! Now where are we? Never mind. We need to lower that drawbridge. That drawbridge is the only way across the chasm. We need... I don't know. Look for a lever or a crank wheel or something. Maybe through that door... There must be a lever or a switch around here someplace. That did it! Now we can get across. Really? Lava and an ominous sky? Oblivion stuff is weird. That's sort of pretty. Disturbing and terrifying, but pretty.
I was wondering where you had gotten to. I need you once again. Little mortal, I can proceed no farther. Yes, this interior is littered with the damn nuisances. Disrupt it so that we can continue our search. Very perceptive. The construction is imbued with a magic that allows the vault to behave as if it were a small pocket of oblivion. In a way, I suppose it is. Those exterior portions, it's all part of Mehrunes Dagon's master plan. He believes Nirn belongs to him, and he has long sought a way to combine his Oblivion realm with the mortal world.
Another ward. Damn! I'll place the book, you turn the cubes. Good job. Keep going. That did something. Looks right. I wonder what they mean. The ward's down! You did it! Now, let's see what's so important it needed all this protection.
How's this, sister?
More dramatic, Destron. More panache.
Callia, just make sure it actually looks like me this time.
Oh, brother. I always capture the real you.
People? Where are the Daedric weapons?
Who are these intruders?
I sense the cultists. They're close. Wood Elf, check the other side of those doors.
Careful, brother. They look dangerous.
Dangerous? We're heroes! All right, Lyrinth. I'll scout ahead. You talk to them, partner.
I knew I felt something strange. Like glass shattering in the distance. Who are you? And why have you— The four ambitions? A curious phrase. Pray tell, what are these four ambitions you seek? Weapons? We have no weapons here. At least none that I'm aware of. Feel free to look around if you like. Perhaps you'll find—
Explain yourself. Who are you, and why have you invaded? Four ambitions? As in an earnest desire, or something? Weapons? There are no weapons here. Just my sister, Callia, myself, and our caretakers. Teachers used to visit in the past, and the Emperor.
Do you mind? Those are my personal thoughts.
Destron says my talent has improved.
Interesting. A totem revering Mehrunes Dagon, I believe.
Hey! We've got trouble! I need you!
See to Evely. I shall get Kalia and Destron to safety.
Vandasia's cultists have arrived. We need a plan. Portals opened all around me. Well, we did take down all the wards that protected this place. Deeper into the vault.
What's going on? Where are we going?
Whatever happens, stay close to me.
How touching. Makes me want to rip out my eyes.
Stay back! I'm warning you.
Nonsense, child. You are an ambition. The High Priest has great plans for you.
Destron, what should we do?
Exactly what we were trained to.
I think we may have found those weapons.
They wanted to take us away. Me and my sister, I couldn't let them do that. You think so? When they charged in here and demanded we go with them, I just had a bad feeling. I'll have to take your word for it. With our sanctum breached and our caretakers dead, we can't stay here.
Those people! They wanted to take us! Yes, but I never saw him unleash that much raw power in a single burst, or against living targets. Destron has always been more powerful, but if you're asking if I can defend myself...
Destron and Kalia, the twins. They're the ambition. Obviously, we have to protect them. Get them somewhere safe. Good question. Leo and...
And so the secret finally becomes clear. The ambitions aren't just weapons. The mystery intrigued me. I wanted to know what the ambitions were and why the Dagonist wanted them. Vandacia is a mortal problem, best dealt with by mortal.
Come with me, you two. It's not safe here anymore.
You want us to go outside?
Time to say goodbye to this place, Kalia. It will be a new adventure.
Zitze, if your path leads to that nest of stone, stranger, I have a request to make of you. I whispered a prayer to the shadow of Atakota, and now you stand before me, an agent of change who appears in my hour. Before me are the bones of a Niswo, a priest of Sithis, who died searching for a special tome. I seek to whisper the proper words to Fairy Neshte's soul. I need you to venture inside the Zitze stone nest and locate the Night Wielder's tome. I will mark your map with the place Neshte thought it most likely to be. Bring the tome to me, so I would retrieve the tome myself, but I fear the Sulzan who inhabit Zitze and killed Neshte will try to disturb his remain, a tribe that has lost their way. They worship violence and chaos above all. Their callousness brings unwanted strife and bloodshed to the marshes. The Niswo and the Zulzan may both embrace impermanence, but they do so in drastically different ways. Likely the tome is something that should remain in the protection of the clutch of Niswo. Perhaps they killed. I have never seen it for myself. It is said to be a tome of shadow magic written by a dry-skinned man by the name of Azra Nightwielder. I have reason. The Niswo see with more than eyes. Perhaps this shadow mage does as well. I know little of him, besides the fact that dry-skins credit the name, but the two are bound. Niswo Neshté's soul cannot properly pass until the mission he pursued so fervently in life is resolved. His sense of purpose was so strong, a tribe that has lost their way. They worship violence. The Niswo and the Zulzan may both embrace. I am Vovaste, an apprentice. All priests must first take on the role of Vovaste. Though I am not yet a Niswo, as his apprentice, I feel it is my duty. In life, this was Neshté's path to walk. I have never seen it for myself. It is...
Magic! Fascinations to beguile your very imagination.
I treat my... These two will be safe here in Gideon, Evely. You have my word.
Thank you, Governor.
If my master comes looking, say you haven't seen me.
You did well to bring these twins to Gideon. I will make sure that they are well protected. Is it true, though, what Evely told me? These are the ambitions you sought? Yes, Evely was telling me about that. Daedric weapons in the guise of Imperial hatchlings. Interesting. Feed them, provide them with a place to rest. We'll keep them safe. But what about you? Do you have any ideas on how to find the remaining ambitions, or what to do about Vandacia and his cult? I suggest you discuss your options with Evely. For someone so recently out of her egg, she has remarkable instincts and a good heart. Anything I can offer would be a guess. You and Evely are much more familiar with the situation than I am. For my part, I will gather the Blackfin Legion and make sure the twins are comfortable and safe. On that, you have my word. As I told Evely, a courier arrived shortly ahead of you. After you and your partner finalize your plans, make sure to talk to them. They were quite...
Well, we found 2 of the ambitions and kept them out of the cult's hands. Now we just have to find the other 2 and deal with Vandacia. Not yet, but I'm sure something will occur to us. It usually always does. In the meantime, take this. Your share of our compensation from Leowin. I couldn't have found the twins and saved them without your help. Thanks. While Governor Keshu takes care of Destron and Kalia, we need to determine our next move. I wonder if Captain Rian has any news about Vandacia. Oh, I almost forgot. Keshu mentioned that a courier arrived for us. They're waiting to deliver a message. Maybe Captain Rian or Councillor Leviticus? Maybe they sent news about Vandacia. I'm sure that stinkweed is still out there, searching for the other ambitions. And the twins too, I suppose. Talk to the courier. Find out who sent them and what news they've brought us. I mean, provided you're still willing to stick around and help. Technically, I suppose you've already finished the job Captain Rian hired you to do. So, what do you say? The courier's waiting right over there. Talk to them and find out what they've brought us. No, I was waiting for you. Besides, they said they were supposed to deliver it to you specifically. Their instructions were very clear about that. Well, what does the letter say?
I use only the finest ingredients in my dishes.
Well, did the letter say anything important? An anonymous letter asking us to come by ourselves to a creepy old manor? Nothing suspicious about that. Well, I don't suppose we have any better leads. I'll meet you there.
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Nothing exciting ever happens here.
To do, so little time.
Is there something you wanted?
Protect your faith.
Some fellow.
enjoying the hospital.